Around 2600 years ago, after the Lord Buddha attained enlightenment, he proclaimed himself to be the Buddha. Nobody named him, but from himself he said, "I am Buddha." So the people, they were excited, they appreciate to know that, and they went into the temple to talk with him, to ask a question, and they were satisfied with the Buddha's answer. A lot of them attained enlightenment, and they were full of faith. The Buddha liked to talk or to teach in verses. He considered to be the great poet. So the Buddha said in verses, in poetry. Some people they can ask the Buddha in poetry, in verses, and the Buddha gonna answer them instantly by improvisation. He gonna answer them in verses, in poetry. But sometimes the people, they were opponents to the Lord Buddha, and they dislike the Lord Buddha, and sometimes they criticize the Lord Buddha in verses. For instance, one morning the Buddha went from the temple to the village for food, for alms, and one man, he had rice with him, and he criticized the Lord Buddha to be workless, to have no job, to beg for the food from the people. And he said the Buddha, he was not suitable for the food. And finally the Buddha answered him in verses as well. The Buddha said, "I am also a farmer, but I have faith as seeds. I have effort as rainwater. I have wisdom as yoke of plow, and I have the output of rice as immortality or nirvana." He said the Buddha has the duty of the Buddha, has the beauty of being Buddhahood. And finally the man, he was satisfied with the Buddha's answers, his perfect answer. And the way he reacted, he did with purity of mind, with wisdom, and with the willing to help the people he talked to. No matter the people acted or treated him as the Buddha or as the opponents. So in the Buddhist canon, or in the Buddhist Tipitaka, it's full of verses spoken by the Lord Buddha, and they are very beautiful. We call them, or is known by the foreigners as Dhammapada. There are different topics of Dhammapada, like the topic of flowers, of the wise man, of the food, of the mindfulness, of the heedfulness, of the impurity, elephants, of the holy man, of the craving, for instance. Verses, they are 2600 years old, and people can still appreciate the verses by the Lord Buddha, especially verses that they are translated into languages, so the people can appreciate even today.